Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Razin Fitri bin Muhammad Ruzi. So today, I will explain about the introduction about trend of unemployment in Malaysia. So, Malaysia's economy has transformed from a reliance on primary commodities to a resilient and diverse powerhouse. Despite challenges like income inequality and fiscal concerns, the nation prioritizes economic diversification, industrial growth, infrastructure development, inclusive growth, human capital development, environmental sustainability, and digital transformation. This resilience positions Malaysia for continued economic progress and global competitiveness.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Arshad bin Ishaq, and I will present about the background of Malaysia economic. Malaysia economic has undergone a significant transformation from an agriculture-based economic to a service-oriented one, with strategic initiative driving growth in key sectors such as tourism, finance, and manufacturing. Moving on the next slide, for the historical context, Malaysian economic journey began with a strong reliance on agricultural commodities like tin, rubber, and palm oil. But in the late 1980s, Malaysia marked a pivotal point with government policy aimed to diversifying the economy. So economic diversification can seen in the shift from agriculture to service and manufacturing was a deliberate strategy to reduce dependence on commodity prices and create a more resilient economy. The service sector has become the largest contributor to GDP and employs the majority of the workforce. Moving on the government initiative, the National Economic Policy (NEP) and the Economic Transformation Program (ETP) flagship initiative aimed at achieving high economic growth, reducing poverty, and improving living standards in Malaysia. As for the ETP in particular, ETP outlines strategy to transform Malaysia into a high-income economy by 2020, focusing on strategic sector and innovation.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. So moving on to my point, which is 3.0 employment rates in Malaysia. So based on the graph that we can see from 2030 to 2022, unemployment is a significant issue for many developed countries, including our country, Malaysia. So the employment rate increased from 5% in April 2020 to 5.3% in May 2022 due to the movement control order (ECO), which is during the COVID-19. Impacting mostly young people. From 2030 to 2019, the employment rate was relatively stable but increased due to the global economy issues in 2016 and soared to 4.5% in 2020 due to the pandemic, reaching 4.8% in 2021. It slightly improved to 4.5% in 2022. Addressing unemployment, especially among the youth, that happened to most of them now, is essential for economic stability and growth in Malaysia. So I think that's all from me. Thank you.
Hello everyone, today we will be discussing the causes of unemployment in Malaysia. Unemployment is a significant economic indicator that reflects the capacity of the labour market to provide gainful employment opportunities for workers and contribute to the overall economic productivity. Malaysia defines unemployment according to the International Labour Criteria, which states that employment is the state in which people who are actively looking for work and are prepared to work are unable to find work. The first causes of unemployment in Malaysia is structural change in the economy. The demand for labour has changed in tandem with the economy's transition from an agriculture to a manufacturing and service-based economy. This is due to Malaysia's previously reliance on plentiful, expensive and cooperative labour to attract foreign direct investment. However, Malaysia was no longer able to rely on this comparative advantage as labour costs decreased in nations like Vietnam, China and Indonesia. The second causes of unemployment in Malaysia is uneven economic growth. Malaysia's economic growth has not been consistent throughout the country, which has emphasized regional difference in employment and income growth. States with a higher level of economic development tend to have a lower employment rate, more skilled and educated labor force, and higher rates of labor force participation. On the other hand, less developed states have greater unemployment rates, fewer qualified workers, and lower labor force participation rates. Now we move to the third causes of unemployment in Malaysia, which is global economic factors. Trade dynamics and global economic trends also have an impact on Malaysia's unemployment rate. Due to its importance on trade, Malaysia's economy is vulnerable to change in the world economy, which may have an effect on the country's job market. For instance, the rate of inflation in Malaysia may be impacted by worldwide inflation, which may therefore have an impact on unemployment. In conclusion, Malaysia's unemployment must be addressed with a multimodal strategy that includes entrepreneurship, promotion, labour market flexibility enhancement, education and training system reform to match market demands, and the implementation of law that support job creation while safeguarding workers' rights. Overall, an important effort in reducing unemployment also includes resolving regional difference in employment possibilities and reducing reliance on foreign labour.
Hello, Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Azmin. So today I will talk about fiscal policy. So fiscal policy is the main strategy to control the economy through taxes and spending. It aims to achieve objectives including price stability. Fiscal policy can be used to boost the economy during the recession by lowering taxes and increasing spending. In addition, the government can use other strategies to reduce unemployment, such as proving target initiative, education and training. So for the next slide, we go for the step to curb unemployment in fiscal policy. So the first step is increase government spending. With this, the government can increasing its spending. They are able to do public work projects. For example, when the government do public work project such as construction, off-road and school. So the effect is this create direct and indirect job and can reduce unemployment. So for the next step is tax cut. So this is also important to curb unemployment because because with lower tax rate, businesses have more capital to invest in hiring new workers. The effect is when the businesses have more capital to invest in hiring new employees, and they will create new job opportunities, and they be able to reduce the unemployment rate. So we go for the next slide for the third step to curb unemployment, which is education and training. With this program, it will be able to help the unemployment gain new skills. For example, when they participate in this education and training program, they will be able to learn new things that will be useful in future to find a work. So for the effect is they will be more competitive to get the job they want. So the last step is target initiative. So for target initiative that target specific areas of the economy to reduce unemployment. For example, the government paying businesses to turn unemployment to for specific position. The effect is this can reduce the unemployment rate. So that's all for me. Thank you.
For the conclusion, Malaysia has seen a significant rise in inflation since the COVID-19 pandemic, with annual rates increasing from negative 0.4% before the pandemic to the 3.7% in 2022. This inflationary trend has persisted for over 30 months, impacting the prices of goods and services nationwide. The government, in response, has implemented measures such as price tracking of essential items and collaboration with industry stakeholders to mitigate inflation's adverse effects. despite challenges in sectors like transportation and tourism, which have been heavily affected by the pandemic. Malaysia's economic resilience and strategic policies, including tax reductions and stable exchange rates, aims to stabilize the economy and encourage investment. The focus remains on fostering economic growth, managing inflation, and addressing unemployment through targeted fiscal policies and international partnership. So that's all from us. Thank you so much.